I found a signal that shouldn't exist, and now it won't stop. Alright, so buckle up because this is going to sound crazy, but I swear on everything I love, this really happened. I'm not the type to believe in wild conspiracies or weird paranormal stuff, but after this, I don't know what to believe anymore. I'm a bit of a tech nerd, always been into tinkering with gadgets, building computers, the usual geek stuff. But recently, I got into amateur radio. It's actually pretty chill. You can pick up random frequencies from all over the world. Aircraft chatter, weather stations, sometimes even random snippets of conversations from other ham radio operators. Anyway, I got this new setup that let me scan a wider range of frequencies than I ever had before, even those used by satellites. One night, a few weeks ago, I was bored, so I started scanning some frequencies. It was around 2 a.m., because obviously weird stuff only happens at 2 a.m. Most of what I picked up was the usual, a lot of static, some weather reports, nothing special. But then, something weird happened. I picked up this signal, and I don't mean the kind of signal you get from some random satellite either. This one was different. It was rhythmic, like a pulse. Beep, beep, beep. And it was coming through loud and clear, like it was right next to me. At first, I thought maybe it was just some interference or a messed up satellite transmission. But then, as I listened closer, I noticed the beeping started speeding up. It got faster, almost like a heartbeat. My brain immediately went to that scene in every horror movie where the protagonist does the one thing they absolutely shouldn't do. Like, oh hey, this is obviously bad, but let me check it out anyway. Of course, I did exactly that. I ran a program to analyze the signal, and that's when things got really freaky. It wasn't just random noise, there was a pattern, something like binary, but I couldn't make sense of it at first. After some digging, because of course I couldn't let it go, I realized the signal was a countdown. It freaked me out, but I figured it was just some weird satellite calibration or something, until the countdown hit 0. At the exact moment it reached 0, all the lights in my apartment flickered. I'm talking every light, even the ones that weren't on. My computer screen went black, then a bunch of random numbers and symbols flashed across it. I sat there, staring at the screen, trying to process what the hell was happening when I heard it. Static, coming from my speakers. But underneath the static, there was a voice. I swear to you it was saying my name. It wasn't clear at first, but the more I listened, the more I was sure it was saying my name, over and over. Come, find me. Now I'm not proud of what I did next, but I'm gonna be honest, I noped the hell out of there. I grabbed my phone and bolted out of the apartment, ran straight to my car and just started driving. I didn't even know where I was going, I just wanted to get as far away from that place as possible. But here's where it gets even weirder. As I'm driving, my car radio turns on by itself. I swear I hadn't touched it. It just started blasting this static, but in between the crackling noise, I could hear that same beeping pattern, the one from the signal. Beep, beep, beep. I switched the station. At this point, I'm losing it. I'm convinced something's following me, that whatever I picked up on my radio wasn't meant for me. I pulled over at this gas station, hoping to get away from the noise for a second, and that's when my phone rang. It was an unknown number, and when I picked up, I heard that voice again, clearer this time. Come, find me. It wasn't just some random voice either. It was me. It was my voice. I hung up the phone and threw it into the passenger seat, completely freaked out. But here's the part that makes my skin crawl even now. I looked in the rearview mirror, and standing under one of the gas station lights was this. I don't even know what to call it. It looked like a person, but its face. It was like someone had blurred it, like a photo that hadn't fully loaded. And it was staring right at me. I blinked, and it was gone. I didn't stick around to figure out what it was. I floored it, drove straight to a friend's place, and crashed there for the night. The next morning I went back to my apartment, expecting something to be messed up, but everything was normal, like nothing had happened. My computer worked fine, the lights were normal, and there was no weird signal on the radio anymore. For a while, I thought maybe I had imagined the whole thing, like it was some sleep-deprived hallucination or something. But every now and then, when I'm scanning through frequencies, I'll hear it again, the beeping. And when I do, I turn everything off as fast as I can. I don't know what it was I found that night, but I'm not looking for it again. And if you ever pick up a weird signal that sounds like a heartbeat, just turn it off. Trust me.